Here we go. We're here.
Judge and Stanton, Bregman and Altuve. Here we go again as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the Yankees against
Yankees Astros.
in a brief
Here we go. Yeah, I saw we got Brunson.
So happy to be with you for Yankees baseball on Yes. Well, the Yankees off.
Here we go.
Such an
Wait for
incredible
everyone to hop
start to
on.
this season. Historic 56-20 thus far this year, and they found so many
set.
different ways to win games. But we know one thing that's been consistent: the long ball. And in the month of June, they have been going nuts. Everybody involved, up and down the lineup, off the bench, multiple catchers. You name him, he's going yard across the board. Big homers as well, like that 3-run shot against the Astros from Aaron Hicks, or this 2-run shot from Aaron Judge yesterday against the A's, and of course the one that went on to win the game, the 3-run homer from Stanton going oppo. In the month of June, 57 home runs from the Yankees, the most by any major league team in June all time. 22 wins this month. That ties a franchise record for the Yankees with one day to improve upon it. They're the only teams who have had this good a start in Yankees history through 76 games. 28 and 98 Yankees both went on to win the World Series. Now the Yankees are going to face Jose Altuve. We know he has been a nemesis for this team. You see what he's done against the Yankees since 2019. 323 batting average, and boy, has he slugged a ridiculous 731 slugging percentage. Coming up, it has been New York for the Astros of late. Both against the Mets and the Yankees. Our Meredith Marakovitz with more next on Yes.
There's really only one number that matters in sports. The number 1. That's why FanDuel built the number 1 rated sportsbook app with the most popular parlays and faster payouts. Winning hitting your bank account in as little as 2 hours. So if you want the best, bet with the best. FanDuel, America's number 1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers get $1,000 no sweat first bet. Get up to $1,000 in free bets if your first bet doesn't win.
1 in 4 Americans today are living with a disability. I'm one of them. I care deeply about creating a world we can all fully participate in, free from stigma, misperceptions, and barriers. And we've got a trusted ally on our side, an organization we can rely on. Easter Seals. Rooted in communities nationwide, Easter Seals helps empower millions of people, regardless of age or disability, through its life-changing services and powerful advocacy. Today and every day, Easter Seals is leading the way to full equity, inclusion, and access to healthcare, employment, and education for people with disabilities, families, and communities. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Learn more and get involved at easterseals.com.
I'm Diana Munson. It's time for this year's New York Yankees Virtually United Captains Challenge, benefiting the Yankees Foundation while honoring my favorite captain, Thurman Munson. So lace up those shoes and start running. And remember, the first 1,000 signups will receive a Captain's Challenge race kit and a custom bobblehead of number 15 himself. Good luck and let's go Yankees!
Welcome back to Minute Maid Park for Yankees baseball on Yes. Hey everyone,
Here we
I'm
go.
Marakovitz. It's been all New York all the time for the Astros as of late. In fact, tonight marks the 9th time they're facing a New York team in the last 10 days, and they have more than held their own. In 8 games, they are 6-2. They've only trailed in 2 innings out of 73 played, and of course, the Yankees know they threw a combined no-hitter on Saturday at the stadium. Earlier, I asked Aaron Boone what his biggest takeaway was from that 4-game series in the Bronx.
Energetic, intense, for, like you said, being June,
Here we go.
obviously, there's a lot
Let's
of
make it
eyeballs,
3-2
a lot of
this
focus
year.
on that, and you feel that energy, and realize, playing 4 games, you're up against a really good opponent. So I think those are fun things to compete in. I think our guys enjoy competing against the best, and you certainly understand that when you're in the midst of a series with teams like this.
And the Astros will be without Yordan Alvarez and Jeremy Pena in the starting lineup. They collided in yesterday's game against the Mets. Dusty Baker said they were still trying to pass concussion protocol. Plenty more to come here on the AS Network. When we get back, Ryan Bruco will be joined by Paul O'Neill. First pitch coming your way after the break.
Here we go.
If you don't repaint every now and then, it's like the old you is still hanging around.
I will do the music.
So today, let's paint with Behr and make your home yours. Right now, get America's most trusted paint brand starting at $28.98.
Are you a shorter guy who's tired of looking sloppy?
You're back quickly.
NYC, we make pants with shorter eases. Jackets that don't feel like tents. And shirts that don't hang to your knees. So if you're a not-so-tall guy struggling to find the right fit, check out Peter Manning NYC and discover how clothes are meant to fit. Visit us online at petermanningnyc.com.
Miller Lite has more taste and only 1 more calorie than Michelob Ultra.
You know Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Like how I customize this scarf. Check out this backpack I made for Marco. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey fans, Michael K here to remind you that many Friday night games this season are exclusively on Prime Video. It's easy to get Prime Video on your computer, smartphone, tablet, and from many other streaming devices. On your computer, go to Amazon.com/Yankees. On your mobile device or connected TV, download the Prime Video app. Then log in or sign up for a free 30-day trial or monthly membership. Scan the QR code or go to YesNetwork.com for more information. And don't miss a single Yankees game on Prime Video.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by FanDuel.
Here we go.
Make every moment more. By Cadillac. Be bold, be yourself in a luxurious Cadillac sedan or SUV. Visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer today. And by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. Some of the different men who have been a part of both organizations as we get ready for Yankees, Astros after 4 scintillating games in the Bronx.
All right, I'm ready. Here we go.
Here tonight in
Let's get this thing underway.
Header on July 21st and back here in Houston. Let's take a look at tonight's Yankees starting lineup.
All right, Lions right there. Get the strike system up.
DJ LeMahieu leading off. Aaron
Balls and
Judge
strikes.
Second, then it's Rizzo and Stanton, followed by Josh Donaldson, DH, and Gleyber Torres. Plays second, and we'll bat sixth. Then it's Trevino, Connor Falefa, and Joey Gallo in that 9 spot to round out the Yankees
Line up all line.
starting lineup. And on the mound,
Luis Garcia pitching.
Luis Garcia. You see his numbers on the season.
ERA 3.68, 5-5, 13 starts,
ERA
71 innings played, 18 walks, 74 strikeouts.
Let's get the scouting report, Paul O'Neill.
Well, watch out, Ryan. You mentioned it. He likes to give up homers. He's 5th worst in the league at 1.52 per 9 innings. So let's see how that goes against the Yankees that are on a home run barrage. And only one time. This is only the 2nd time he has faced the Yankees in his short career. He got a no decision way back in May of last year. Pitched 4.2 innings, gave up 3 runs. A lot of hard stuff, though. He'll challenge you, throws a lot of four-seam fastballs and a cutter. Through a changeup, slider, and a curveball, all less than 10% on the off-speed stuff.
Take a look at the defense behind Garcia, Diaz, Myers, and Tucker having a great year. Calvi in the right, Bregman, Dubon on the left side of the infield, Altuve, Gurriel on the right, and Maldonado catches Garcia. Astros without Yordan Alvarez in the starting lineup, as well as Jeremy Pena, who collided yesterday at City Field, and both were in concussion.
Here comes opening pitch. LeMahieu coming up.
Tonight's action, and Michael Brantley is on the IL. That has happened since the Yankees Astros
AJ LeMahieu.
in the Bronx over last weekend. So LeMahieu gets ready to go, as does
Opening
Garcia.
pitch.
A little one-game series before the Yankees move on to Cleveland, the start of a four-city 10-game road trip, and we are
First pitch. Call strike.
LeMahieu's been hot of late.
Pitch here.
And he does not hold up. Bill Miller says he went around 0-2.
I'd say, well, Ryan, he's got a lot going on in this pitching motion, and you see AJ LeMahieu. It's like the 50-50 call. Goes again.
What's up, Jersey Dolphins?
Against you, but boy, you watch Garcia, a little rock the baby, a little sidestep, and now throw it home the plate.
LeMahieu drops it weakly to
Bounce
short.
out. Ground out to first base.
Cuts it off and makes the play. One down. And here is Aaron Judge.
Judge coming up.
A big two-run homer in the first inning yesterday after the Yankees had fallen behind 3-0. Paul, it was amazing. Aaron Judge running out to the field today for warm-ups got a thunderous ovation from the fans who were here early. That rock star treatment for the early AL MVP favorite.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's amazing
Well, now-
to me where, as a visiting player, they can either boo you, and that's kind of an honor,
Pitch here.
or, you're
Low
just
ball.
a good guy and you're a good
1-0.
player. And I think that's where Aaron Judge fits in. It's just like, it's not it's everywhere in the country where you see kids wearing number 99. It's just not the Bronx.
A lot of 99 jerseys you could see out during BP as Judge takes ball 2.
Ball 2. 2-0.
Garcia mostly a four-seam cutter changeup.
Pitch.
That one misses as well.
Ball again,
3-0
3-0.
on Aaron Judge.
Where you see
For
every
Judge.
borderline pitch that Aaron Judge gets, it's just like, he needs some, because you see so many pitches called against him, low and away, off the plate.
3-0. Swing, foul tip behind the plate, 3-1.
Perpetuity and fouls it straight back. Wow.
Kind of like Michael throwing big words. Now, in the first inning, huh?
Hey, big game, Paul. Just trying to keep you on your toes early.
All right.
Garcia will get into that dance step motion. Then the 3-1.
3-1. Swing and a miss.
Says Judge, but he's out in front of that cutter, 3-2.
Well, it certainly was. Got a late break on it. But, right, a lot of times your best scouting report is what you remember. And if you've only seen a guy once, in your career, you really don't have a lot. You just go off what it says on the paper.
Pitch here. Judge. Going deep. Doesn't have the distance. Caught.
I got to ask you about this motion as Rizzo steps to the plate. For Garcia,
2 outs.
I mean, would this annoy you as a hitter? Would it distract you? How would you feel?
I think the first pitch you see, especially with a leg kick and a leg kick to start. So, you would love to see it, a longer count where you get into, kind of how many times he rocks, how many times he steps. Yeah.
There's a rock, a step,
Pitch.
and a delivery. High and away, 1-0.
1-0.
See, now I'm wondering, Paul, are you watching any of that, or are you just waiting for the release point?
Well, you're trying to time it. I mean, and if you look at it, this all means nothing. And then he goes into a wind-up. So, it's kind of, at that point there, you're just a regular hitter and a regular pitcher, but you have to get past all the other stuff.
Good ball.
I was just thinking, I was watching Rockin' the Baby there, and it brought me back to when I was like 10 years old, where I could rock the baby with my Dunkin' yo-yo. This is probably way before your time, huh?
Now I just know it as the Russell Westbrook celebration.
All right.
The 2-1. Rizzo chops that against
Foul
the
ball.
Astros dugout 2-2.
Foul ball, 2-2.
The Astros, as Meredith detailed off the open, 6-2 in this little 8-game New York tonight. The ninth game between the Mets and the Yankees. Split the floor with the Yankees.
2-2.
Took all four from the Mets, but the only times they trailed were at the end of the Yankees' 2 walk-off wins. Series opener in the Bronx last Thursday and then Sunday.
Another low ball, 3-2.
On Rizzo.
Bounce off the dirt there.
Road trip, if you think about it, you come to New York. I mean, you kind of set up shop there. You play the Mets, you play the Yankees. You don't even really have to travel.
Maybe you get some good meals up there.
Oh, absolutely. 42nd Street was Howard Johnson's for me, so it wasn't too good.
Foul ball again.
Rizzo stays alive. Well, the interesting thing is the Yankees and Astros were both in New York playing yesterday and then had to fly here to Houston to meet and play at Minute Maid today. As Rizzo.
And Rizzo will walk to first.
The walk, the Yankees have a 2-out base runner. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, Paul. They're brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, we didn't talk about the reschedule because of the lockout. This is a weird travel. 1 game in, and then you're on your way. And then you don't play that doubleheader till July 21st. And 10 games, right? You mentioned it. Longest road trip of the year for the Yankees. 4 games, 4-city trip. I don't care how you look at it. 10 games is a long time to be on the road. And the best. These are the 2 best teams in baseball. And it's a great matchup. Very entertaining.
What's going on, Tiero?
Yo.
Now it's bounced up there.
So,
You can feel it, Paul, that 4-game series at the stadium. Obviously, there's a rivalry here between these 2 teams.
Right.
There's also
You just started, yeah. Probably internet.
Course for October.
So, you guys got Brunson?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, Alex told me, obviously, in the comment section.
We extended Booker.
The one thing you do want to get is the feeling that you can beat the other
Oh, they got him.
Bro, they announced who's on the 2K cover for next year.
Curry?
Nope.
Who? MJ and LeBron?
Nope. Booker.
Really?
Yep.
I'm guessing LeBron. I guess they're gonna put LeBron on the legacy cover. LeBron and
I don't know.
Jordan because they're both 23.
I was surprised they put Booker on it. It's whatever.
Yeah, pop up the right field. That's caught. And that'll wrap up that side of the inning. Middle of the first, bottom of the first coming up. Houston will bat now.
Damn.
Yeah, the game just started right now.
Yeah. I have to drop my fucking video soon.
Yeah, all I got left is money this weekend, Money in the Bank, and the USFL Championship and the Yankees and the Guardians doubleheader.
Yep.
Not the same game. It's the game I had before the USFL champion. I'll do a doubleheader Sunday.
Do you see the KD news as well?
Yeah, Katie declined the trade. Yeah, Katie declined his option. He wants a he wants a trade now.
To Phoenix.
We'll see if they granted it.
He wanted to go to Phoenix.
Well, since he broke up with the Kardashian, Kendall Jenner, and if you guys get KD, there's no excuse to now get a title now.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Is the 2K cover a curse as well? I don't know if it is.
No, that never happened. I mean, unless you count Luka getting done. So I mean, didn't Giannis make no? Who was on the cover of the title that same year?
Wait, no, Giannis made it, and he won the title. So yeah, never mind.
Yeah, that curse doesn't apply to basketball, only football. All right, fucking Altuve coming out. Altuve. All right, come on, Sevy. Luis Severino. Come on, Sevy. So yeah, we have that. And I'm already calling a game today, and I was at a game yesterday. So yes, Steve. Crazy, both teams were in New York yesterday, and they both had to travel to Houston to play this game. Since the lockout, forced to get games rescheduled. This is only going to be playing them right now. Then we're off to Cleveland. We're off to a 10-game road stretch for the Yankees. They don't get home till the Reds in July 12th. Our pitch here, called 0-1.
$214 million.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
All right, Altuve. Jesus, since 2019, 11 home runs, 17 RBIs. Jesus, 323. He fucking plays well against this Altuve.
Oladipo back to Miami.
1-1. Jesus, Altuve. These numbers he puts up against us. He's probably our version of fucking Trae Young.
Playing the assholes.
Yep. No, that's our fucking Trae Young in the fucking baseball at this point. Fucking Altuve with these numbers he's putting up. Oh, he's swinging a miss. There you got him. All right, Severino got him on the changeup. 1-2. Swinging a miss. Got him. 1-2 now. Come on, get him out. 1-2. Got him on the change. This game's in Houston as well, as you can see here. Foul ball. Another foul ball. 1-2 still.
Oh, God. It was, Merritt, you have the answer for us, don't you?
That's a good drink right now.
Absolutely.
All right, Altuve. Also, yeah, I heard. What was it earlier?
Oh, the Knicks got another player.
Who?
Isaiah Hartenstein.
I don't know who that is, but I already know who Jalen Brunson is. Anyway, 2-2.
2 years, $16 million.
Still got 5 first rounders. Supposed to be trade for someone. I'm all willing to trade for them all first rounders we have. Get a superstar.
Yep. But yeah, free agency has begun, so expect a lot of NBA news.
As long as they don't touch Obi Toppin, RJ Barrett, or Emmanuel quickly, I'm good. Or maybe we're signing Mitchell Robinson. As long as those 4 things happen, I'm good. Great, too.
If you break it down, though, whether you're an Altuve fan or not, I mean, it's not against the Yankees only. I mean,
all right. Jesus,
Altuve's
still on?
14, 16,
3-2.
2017. Hit 346 as an MVP.
2017.
So this guy can just flat out play the game of baseball.
He got him. Let's go. Struck out Altuve. Severino gets his first strikeout, and it's on Altuve. Let's go. Got Altuve on there, on that fastball, straight through the middle. Struck out Altuve.
That's a tough one to pull the trigger on. Strike one to Diaz.
All right, first strike to Diaz. Oh, one.
Perfectly painted from Severino.
Low ball. 1-1.
Well, when you watch that replay, Ryan, you see how close Altuve is to the plate, where his front foot actually stepped on the line of the batter's box. I mean, he is, we talked about it, so quick inside.
First pitch. Oh, that's far outside.
Is that a perfect pitch? Is that
2-1. Luckily, we had no man on base.
Altuve going to take a look at it. Break it down in the dugout. Severino really felt like he had command of everything.
2-1.
His last time out, just sort of yanked one pitch that Tucker hit out for a 3-run homer. But his first 5 innings was almost flawless, and then the one big mistake in the 6th.
Grounded, and he'll single it to center field. And they get their first base hit of the game by Diaz. First base hit.
Let's take a look at the Yankee
Man on first with a single to center field.
Giancarlo's taking the start in left field. His first game there this season, judging center Gallo and right. So then you kind of left on the left side. Torres and Rizzo on the right. Trevino behind the plate. Now, Paul, the reason for standing left rather than right is the obvious here. Aaron, who we talked about before the game, it's just with the wall out there in left, it's much less ground to cover. So Aaron Boone talked about doing the same thing when the Yankees hit the Fenway at the end of this road trip.
Right.
All right, 1-0.
It's really filled the bill as being a defensive outfielder. It's not like you have to move him around to try to catch him a break. It's more about just giving his legs, a little break by not having to run the gaps, and left field being short here and in Fenway later in this road trip. Just a smart thing for Aaron Boone.
And Boone is also like the way that Gallo has been playing
2-0.
Of late, so that combination
Sharply below there.
Why we see Stanton getting his first action in left field this season. Severino behind Tucker now, 2-0. Dangerous place to be. Tucker,
Straight to right. Oh, foul ball. 2-1. Took a nasty. Hit a nasty one there. Anyway, 2-1. My bad.
It's really not a big surprise. Like he surprised anybody. 2015, he was a 5th overall pick, number 1 pick by the Astros.
2-1.
30 home runs last year, 92 RBIs. So, I mean, he is an upcoming, just a solid player.
Don't worry, I'll add all the hits after this inning's over. I'll add the hits. I usually update that stuff after the inning's over.
But people overlook it.
and Tucker actually
3-1.
is on pace for a 30-30 season. Right now is 15 homers.
Oh, shit.
Are we at
15
3?
stolen bases. The only
What happened?
Astros ever do so. Jeff
The Heat
did it
The Heat and the
twice.
Jazz are in talks of a Donovan Mitchell trade,
Houston.
Of course. I heard that months ago.
and they submitted an offer to Miami.
Up to center field. Yeah, I heard. Anyway, up to center field. And that's caught. Diaz going to stay put at first. Contemplated going for second, but he didn't. He stays put. All right, second out. Still a man on first. Judge with the catch there.
So that's the part of the ballpark. If you're a fly ball pitcher, what are you trying to stay there?
Here is Bregman, who is 2
Bregman, Alex Bregman coming on.
Severino.
Is this the first game of the series between the two?
No, this is the fifth game.
Ruth is
Oh,
closed
shit.
today.
The series is tied 2-2. Winner takes the series today, yeah.
Late June day.
Anyway, 1-0. They swept the Mets for sure, but we split with them.
Damn.
They swept the Mets, yeah, 4-0, yeah. Anyway, 1-0.
Three infielders on the left side, big hole on the right side.
Yeah, I think we're tied with the
Call.
Fed.
Reno burns that one over the outside corner.
I'm assuming the next series takes the win. The next win.
Great lucky. This doesn't go along with Minute Maid Park, does it? I mean, it's supposed to be
So far, we haven't lost a series since the White Sox, which is back in May.
Maybe on brand for Houston this time of year, though.
Either split it or we took the series.
Yankees will come back here for a doubleheader. First day after the All-Star.
I will be hosting that doubleheader he's mentioning, by the way.
These games squeezed in
The next time they play.
Lockout, the season starting a week later.
My second ever doubleheader since the Angels game.
The Astros, Rangers, they'll make up the Texas series.
All right, 1-1.
October, and they squeeze in the series in Houston in 2 parts.
Pitch here. Low ball. Bouncing off the dirt. 2-1.
Officially counts as a series. So the Yankees win this, it's considered another series win. If they lose, it would actually end this stretch they've been on without losing a series.
You know what? May War, you look at Justin Verlander right there, who did pitch against.
Oh, he's not pitching. Oh, Verlander on the bench right now. Their little star. Verlander.
That would have been an ugly trip.
Swing and a miss. Got him. 2-2.
Bregman swings through it 2-2.
Life on that fastball, getting by. I mean, you saw that
2-2.
They strike out on a good fastball. And Bregman, another good fastball hitter. So he threw it right by him.
Pop up behind plate. Foul ball.
Yankees, by the way, unbeaten in their last 11 series. 9 wins and 2 ties. One of them, the 4-game series they split from Houston last week.
All right. One more. Wrap up the inning. Outside, 3-2. One more strike wraps up the inning.
The Avs will be off and running with 2 outs and a 3-2 count.
All right, 3-2.
There he goes.
Pitch.
Pitch is grounded right up the middle.
And that's going to wrap up the inning. Ground out the first. And that is the end of the first inning. Still scoreless.
Tomorrow, after the final out of the Yankees-Guardians game on Prime Video, turn to Yes for complete analysis and player reaction. Tomorrow on Yes and the Yes app.
When I was younger, I may have did some stupid things. Even committed some crimes. Even got shot. But I'm not a criminal.
I work for youth advocate programs. Yeah, I was Tomon's advocate, helping him stay out of jail, stay in the neighborhood, and get a job.
Yeah, it's ended the first inning now. Top of the second coming up.
I made some mistakes, but I'm not a mistake.
No, she's a good student and a great kid. As Jalen's advocate, I'm always here for her.
Quickly typing. We put the outs.
Oh, I'm going to go drop my book.
All right. Links right there if you want to hop back on. I leave it there.
All right.
No way. We're
Okay,
working
first
together to help Gavin see
No,
his
it's
talents
you're
and
not
his
worth my
future.
time.
YAP is a community-based alternative to youth incarceration, congregate placement, and neighborhood violence. After completing our program, 86% of participants were living in their communities, arrest-free.
And now, I'm a YAP advocate, helping kids like me find a better way.
Youth advocate programs. Others talk social change. We make it happen.
Get trending with Yes's off-field fashion.
Oh, now that is a fly outfit.
As some of the best designers from the Fashion Institute of Technology,
The speed of that laser was insane.
get the opportunity of a lifetime to style celebrities from the sports world and beyond.
For them to totally nail their styles, very classic.
This is perfect. Like movie.
Watch Off-Field Fashion, streaming now, exclusively on the S app.
All right, top second coming up.
It is time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Tonight's picture was submitted by Gina. Her daughter was so excited for her first ever Yankees game yesterday. Awesome picture. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride, mention yes, and pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight even a future game.
All right, strike one.
This is zone one. Second inning, no score between the Yankees and Astros.
Top first. No, top second. Pitch here. 1-1. Against
Garcia struggled a little this month.
It's Donaldson.
4.89 ERA. Paul talked about the lack of experience from the Yankee hitters against Garcia. Only IKF has more than 3 plate appearances against him. Donaldson cheeks
1-2.
1-2. A big slider here. And Ryan, every time I think of hitting in Minute Maid Park, and then we opened that park in an exhibition game when it did years and years ago.
1-2.
You can see the ball much better with the roof open, roof closed today because of the weather. But, you see kind of a haze and a
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
To me, as a hitter, don't pick up the ball as well.
First strikeout
That's interesting, Paul, because
for
the
Garcia.
background doesn't change that much, right? And yet somehow it does affect your vision having it. Like I could see fielding it having an effect as you're looking up on fly balls or pop-ups, right? But actually hitting it did, huh?
Yeah, I never picked up the ball as well in artificial light like you do, with the black sky when it gets dark, and then you have the extra lighting now with, the earlier start today.
Called 1-1. 0-1.
Great in places it rains and this and that, but you know what? Nothing like an outdoor ballpark, in my mind.
Early start here in Houston, so fans still filing in, starting to jam up. As that misses high, 1-1.
1-1.
Over Torres, second game back in there after that cortisone shot he received for his wrist. Also tweaked that ankle against the Astros.
Pitch.
Takes a big
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Yeah, it's not looking for a single there, Ryan. That's all or nothing. That's what, now you get 2 strikes. You would like to see it cut down a little bit.
Pitch here. Foul ball. 1-2 remains.
Ryan, I don't know if you agree with me, but looking at Gleyber, his home runs are up.
Yeah.
But what has happened early in the year, he made a lot of adjustments, trying to hit the ball the other way, trying to put the ball in play, and all of a sudden home runs started coming where you're not trying to force yourself to hit them.
2-2.
And Paul, it's always such a good sign when we see Gleyber showing off that power to right center as well, right? And we have seen that this year again.
2-2.
Some hitters are pull hitters, right? It's just the way it is. It's the way their stroke is. And Gleyber is, and we've said it numerous times, he's a better hitter when he hits the ball the other way. And the same type of hitter when you look back was Gary Sanchez. When they get in pull mode, they get around the ball a little bit, and you see a lot more swing and misses, a lot more balls topped, grounded out to the left side. And now that he has enough home runs on the board, I think he's satisfied mentally to stay with his approach.
And it's a fly ball to center field. Gonna get it 2 away.
We saw how difficult it can be to score against against this Astros team in that 4-game series. The Yankees going 16 innings without a hit at one point before coming back to win that Sunday game. Astros third in the majors in runs allowed per game behind the Yankees, who are first, and Dodgers. Starting pitching ERA is third. Bullpen ERA is second.
Call 0-1.
That's in there for a strike.
You know, you just don't have the success that the Astros and you have had recently without great pitching. I mean, you've had Garrett Cole there for years. You've had Verlander, and you do have great hitters. Don't get me wrong, but when you go to 5 straight years of making the ALCS, you better have some pitching. You just don't sneak into the ALCS, And
it does feel like no matter who they throw on the mound, they're successful here.
Mm-hmm.
The 1-1.
Swing and a miss, 1-2.
That's been one of the most amazing parts of the Yankees pitching this season, Paul. No matter who it is who steps on the mound, starting or coming out of the pen, they have delivered in 2022. 1-2.
Pitch here, outside, 2-2. Foul tip there. Hit the catcher in the knee pads there.
To your point, Ryan, I think a lot of times when you're asking a young kid, that's just coming up, a young phenom, to be the savior, then there's a lot of pressure. When you bring them to an organization like the Yankees, where you got Garrett Cole, where you got the Astros with Justin Verlander, the youngsters can, kind of just follow in line and learn and not be the guy that's supposedly the number 1 ace.
Swing and a miss. That'll wrap that part of the inning. And that'll retire the Yankees on that side. Middle of the second, bottom of the second coming up. Astros will bat next.
It's your personal security detail. It's your invisible enforcer. It's your blind spot spotter, dedicated protector, precious cargo carrier, IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus, the Hyundai Tucson, Palisade, and Santa Fe. It's your journey home. Lease an all-wheel drive Tucson for $229 a month, or Santa Fe for $279 a month, with new inventory arriving daily. Hurry in.
Get Verizon Business Unlimited from the network businesses rely on, like Manny. Event planning with our best plan ever.
Yeah, that's what I do.
With 5G ultra wideband in many more cities, you get up to 10 times the speed at no extra cost. Get Verizon Business Unlimited from the network businesses rely on.
Yankees fans, baseball's biggest rivalry returns to the stadium on July 15th, and there are still some great seats available. The Yankees battle Boston in a big 3-game series. The final games before the All-Star break, and you're not going to want to miss a moment of the action. Tickets are going fast. So get your Yankees versus Red Sox tickets today at Yankees.com. Now, conversation, Paul, with Aaron Boone and Brian Knight, the home plate umpire, after that strikeout from Trevino. He felt like it should have been a foul ball, as that clearly hits the dirt.
Yeah, I thought I heard the sound even off the bat to the dirt before it hit the catcher's glove, and very surprising to me. that
All right.
one of the base umpires did not pick up on this also.
So Trevino should have still been in there as Gurriel swinging
Got it.
first pitch.
Gonna throw the first, and that's a ground out to start out.
One down.
If you notice on that rivalry picture we just posted up there, Ryan, me with my 21 jersey spilling my popcorn all over the place. Way into the game. Did you see that?
I'm not. You're not usually one to spill your food, so I was a little taken aback by that.
I'm not a big popcorn guy. I was just used to this confetti. I was just happy.
I love it. Those games are going to be so fun. Now, after such a
Called a one.
There you are, Paul. Yeah, I mean, and you got the beer in one hand. Popcorn's going everywhere, Paul. It's out of control.
That's right. I told you.
Pitch
It's like
here.
confetti,
Swing
man.
and a miss. Got him, 0-2.
Big time spillage. 0-2 here on Manichevic. Now, before we get back to the Yankees Red Sox, one thing just to clean up is Severino. Just
Got him.
3 pitches.
Struck him out already.
Manichevic.
2 outs already for the Yankees.
It's not reviewable, that foul tip. For anybody who's wondering why the Yankees didn't challenge it, it is not something that's reviewable, so that is why.
The strike zone's not reviewable too. So he gets the benefit of a call there, a low changeup. But you know what? As a 2 strikes as a hitter, you can't leave it into the umpire's hands because every once in a while, that's the call that a good pitcher will get. JJ, I agree with you. You're shaking your head over
Ball.
Yeah,
Don't even know you. And I agree
Yeah,
with you.
that was down. Well, there's a certain fraternity amongst hitters, right?
Absolutely.
1-0.
Vaughn getting the start at short. With
Call.
Pena and having that collision
1-1.
with Alvarez yesterday at Citi Field. Pena has been one of the best rookies in the American League this season.
Two one.
Every once in a while, you look at what pitcher do you miss? Well, they miss Verlander, and what hitters are getting a day off? Well, Alvarez and Pena. I mean, they're a big part of that offense. I mean, Alvarez in the league leaders in a lot of categories. So this is an easier lineup for Semi to get.
Pop up the behind the plate. Sky high. And the catcher will get it. Trevino gets it. And that'll wrap up the inning. End of the second already. Went quickly as hell. No score still. Still 0-0.
And a smile from Jose after hanging with it.
If you haven't joined the world's favorite sports book, you need to ask yourself, why am I not a member of the world's favorite sports book? At last count, we had over 45 million members worldwide. Download the app now and see for yourself why Bet365 is the world's #1.
Google Pixel, the only phone made by Google. Because when Google makes your phone, your camera sees in the dark, sees all skin tones accurately, and fixes your photos like magic, literally. With a battery that learns from you and adapts to last over 24 hours. And new features are always dropping. So it all just keeps getting better. Google Pixel, the phone made by Google for all UI.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places in the U.S.
Welcome back to Minute Maid Park. It's time for tonight's injury report brought to you by Montefiore.
Joel's Chapman.
In New York City, Westchester,
Expected to be back on IL tomorrow.
Aroldis Chapman has been on the
Aroldis
IL
Chapman.
since May 24th, out with left Achilles tendonitis. He made 3 rehab appearances. Ryan, he is with the team. I spoke to him today in the clubhouse. He said he feels great. He's expected expected to come off the IL tomorrow. Now, Aaron Boone's been asked a lot, what happens when Chapman comes back? And he said, I don't like spots for him, but Clay Holmes, probably one of the best closers in the league, you could argue, will likely remain in that ninth inning.
Thank you, Meredith. As Kiner Falefa leads off the third. No score between the Yankees and Astros. It was interesting hearing Aaron Boone talk about Chapman, and it sounded like ideally he would like to get Chapman a few appearances not in high leverage situations as he reacclimates.
It seems like they want to ease him back into it, and if you remember prior to going on that injured list, he was having some control issues. Now, whether or not he was able to work some of those out during those rehab appearances, that remains to be seen, but he certainly wants to put him in positions to succeed, and the Yankees' back end of the bullpen has been very good, and why that's a good thing right now.
It's incredible. As Kiner
Falefa grounds out.
One away. And you think about it, Paul, for as great as the Yankee bullpen has been, and it has been astonishingly so, they still could have Zach Britton coming at some point. Herman is on the way. Loaizaga and Chapman all coming back. Obviously, Green's the one guy who is not. But those are some serious big-time back-end arms to supplement what you already have here.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Where a lot of teams will go out at the trade deadline, try to add this or add that. The Yankees already have those things that they can add without making a trade and getting rid of players.
Here is Joey Gallo.
You know, and as I look back at the way this year started, Ryan, and it's one of the things I thought Aaron Boone did really well that I don't know he would have done his first year as a manager. I think, he's become more comfortable in the job. Chapman's leash was much shorter this year than it has been in the past. When he got in trouble in the ninth inning, Aaron Boone walked out there, took the ball and saved the game with somebody else. And I think that, he's going to be in the same position now with using Chapman. Clay Holmes is too good. Clay Holmes is arguably the best pitcher in baseball, period. You just cannot take that away from him because Chapman's on his way back.
Right. No question that right now, that's Clay Holmes' job. Doesn't mean that Chapman couldn't appear in high leverage situations, of course, but Clay Holmes is your closer.
Well, I mean, on given nights, and tonight possibly one of them where Holmes might not be available.
Low ball, 2-2.
You've got a couple guys that can fill that void of being the closer, and Zach Britton, was that guy for Chapman. I mean, he would come in and close once in a while and get the really big outs in the seventh and eighth inning.
Oh, no, it's a 3-1.
Gallo ahead in the count 3-1. He is 0 for his last 24.
3-1.
And
Gallo will walk the first.
Time for the Home Depot.
LeMahieu coming out.
DJ LeMahieu has been getting it done last 13 games. A .310 batting average, a .929 OPS.
I was looking at the numbers today, Ryan, and a lot of people, they ask, can the Yankees continue? And their team is awesome. There's no doubt about it. They've had a phenomenal year, a historical year. But if you look at the numbers of the everyday players, other than Aaron Judge, nobody in this lineup is really having a career year. I mean, Stanton's hitting his home runs. Aaron Judge's having a phenomenal year. But you look at a lot of guys that are just having good years. Right. Obviously, Rizzo's had tremendous production as far as what he's done home run wise, but LeMahieu below is average. So, can they get better? Yeah, they can get better.
Which is pretty incredible thinking about that. But you're right. Looking up and down the lineup, you'd say, okay, Trevino, career year offensively, Judge, but other than that, timely hits, improved defense, incredible pitching. As LeMahieu takes a strike, he's not so sure about 1-1. Paul, I was asking Anthony Rizzo today about, what would you describe is the thread that is allowing this team to win day in and day out, beyond just the talent in the room. And he said, more than anything else, it's relaxed confidence. Mm-hmm. He said, when we're down, we're very
2-1, high up there.
We can come back. And then every time we come back, it helps reaffirm that belief even more, which then helps you come back more. I've always said you get in habits of doing certain things. You get in the habit of winning just as easy as you get in the habit of losing and expecting bad things to happen. The Yankees right now, when they take the field, they expect to win. And believe me, I've been on teams that have both feelings, and it's so much more fun to come to the ballpark when you believe you're going to win.
LeMahieu singles at the center field. And Gallo goes to second. Yankees get their first hit.
First and second. And just one man out, and here is Judge coming to the plate.
Judge coming out. Man on two base. Only one out so far. See if Judge can get an early lead for the Yankees.
This is what you don't want, and that's the hitters before Aaron Judge. If they can set the table, Aaron Judge has got it.
Here we go. Come on, Judge.
Judge, and with boos now from the Astros fans. First and second, one out, and ball one to
Ball
Aaron
one.
Judge. And a conversation with Maldonado. Let's take a look at StatCast 3D presented by Google Cloud. How about every single home run Aaron Judge has hit this season, Paul?
It's not even the All-Star break. It looks like a full bowl of pasta right there.
And some of that linguine is leaving the yard.
Yeah. Yes.
It's just been amazing to watch him so locked in
1-0.
this entire season, coming out with so many big moments as well. You take a look at the amount of his home runs that have either tied the game or given the Yankees the lead. He has just been fantastic and historic, and you see second in the league in RBI, only Jose Ramirez more, who the Yankees will see tomorrow. After the conference, Garcia deals the 1-0.
The pitch.
And
Call.
the cutter, 1-1.
1-1.
Blocked nicely by Maldonado.
Good
And
one.
it's 2-1 on Judge. Rizzo on deck.
And you see breaking balls in the dirt, especially from power hitters like Judge and Stanton, and you can really tell when they're seeing the ball well, when they don't, they're giving up on the pitch right out of the hand. I mean, there's no flinch of the bat. There's nothing. It's just Aaron Judge lifts that leg, then he picks up the baseball and adjusts to it.
Judge fouls that back 2-2.
2-2.
Early start on a summer Thursday in Houston at a packed house now for Yankees Astros. This little one-game set. First big threat of the evening. First and second and just one out. With Judge up, Garcia already up to 52 pitches. The 2-2. Judge loops that into shallow.
Pop up the center field, and that's an out.
To make the catch for the second out. And Judge is retired.
Wow, that's the importance of that cut fastball that Garcia can use. You see it as a fastball as a hitter.
All right, Anthony Rizzo coming on.
And at the end, towards the end of the barrel, and you just get a lazy fly ball, even from one of the most powerful hitters in the league, in Aaron Judge.
So here's Rizzo, who walked his first time up. Gallo leads off second, LeMahieu off first. And that is ball
1-0.
Yankees with a franchise record and a major league record. 50 7 home runs thus far in the month of June. It's the final day of June.
1-0.
1-1.
No, it's a 1-1.
Gallo walked, LeMahieu singled.
The 1-1.
Hello, let's go Yankees champ, Paul. I think it is.
1-2.
Well, the Yankee fans travel. It doesn't matter where you are. I remember years back going to every ballpark. They were, it's just like we owned half of the stands. It was so cool. From New York, they move on, and they still stay with their alma mater, Yankees. Pickoff attempt at second, and Gallo nearly caught.
Pickoff attempt doesn't work.
Able to just slide back in time. As Dubon has slipped behind him. Tiny play, but a quick spin move by Garcia.
High ball. 2-2.
We go a lot of the times early in the game, right? The infield is so wet because they really soak it. You see how dark it is, and the mud gets in your cleats, and as the game goes on, it kind of dries out a little bit. But early in the game, I can remember it's like, would we have rain here right before the game?
3-2.
Rizzo takes the changeup off the outside corner, and it is full. 2 outs. Full count, so Gallo and LeMahieu will be off on the release, and Stanton is on deck. Big opportunity early in this game. 2 on, 2 out. 3-2 pitch from Garcia. Runners going. Rizzo stays alive.
Stays alive there, 3-2.
I think Garcia is trying to figure out, what he could go to, and he's not going to be long for this game. Don't expect to see him in the 7th or 8th inning, and I think he knows that. Trying to get through this lineup. Even 3-2 going to a breaking ball there against Rizzo. Yeah, this will already be his 60th pitch. Runners will be off again. Rizzo choking up, of course. Another 3-2, and that is great.
Foul ball again. 3-2.
It'll take a while to get there, but the foul balls with 3-2 reminding us of that 16-pitch at bat Rizzo had over the weekend against the Astros. Those at bats, you don't realize how much they take out of a pitcher and how much they can change the outcome of the game, which that one possibly did.
Swing and a miss. Got him. And that'll wrap up the inning. Bottom of the third coming up.
The 201 horsepower turbocharged Kia Forte GT. Finally, reason to wear those aviator sunglasses you've had in your glove compartment all this time. Get 2.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of the new 2022 Forte.
Try Taco Bell's new $2 cheesy double beef burritos.
There you go, bottom third.
On the latest hashtag challenge, everyone on social media is trying. Well, if you don't have my auto insurance coverage, you could be left to pay for all of this yourself.
Here we go.
Get Allstate.
Let's take a look at the Allstate mayhem moment yesterday afternoon at City Field. This pop-up into shallow left, and Ruben Alvarez and Jeremy Keenan collide. Both were down for a while. Alvarez, they actually had to bring the stretcher out for her, escort it off. Now, both are not in the lineup today, but both are actually technically available now tonight for the Astros. So we'll see if they get in there at any point for Dusty Baker's team. Severino deals ball one.
Ball one, 1-0.
Myers. 8-9-1 for the Astros here in the bottom of the third. No score. That just misses 2-0.
2-0.
Myers 0 for 4 yesterday against the Mets.
Foul ball. No Suno.
Myers was activated for the 60-day IL on June 24th after he had been recovering from left shoulder surgery. Happened trying to rob a home run in the division series last year. He skies that down the right field line.
Right field. Foul ball. 2-2.
Yeah, it's a bad injury, Brian. When you're in the playoffs, it's all or nothing. You're trying to rob a home run against the White Sox and just tore his shoulder up and went a long way back.
And the crazy thing, Paul, is they actually had him then in the lineup in Game 4. It looked like he was going to come back and play, and then he was scratched, and eventually they realized, oh, he needs surgery. He lines this
Top of the right center field, and he got it. He doubles it. Leadoff double by Myers.
I think Myers stays with that, but didn't quite get to the outside corner. Just lines it into right center field. Nothing Eric Judge could do. Other than try to get a good hop off the wall, but absolutely no chance. Throwing Myers out at second base.
So an opportunity for the Astros now with Maldonado, the number 9 hitter, runner on second, nobody out. Now Tuve on deck.
Bottom third, no outs. Second man on base. Bunt try, 0-1. No, 1-0.
1-0.
Well, there's always a hitter's decision, and the manager would say, I need you to get this guy over. Whether you want to bunt him, whether you want to push the ball the other way, any way you do it, I want that runner to be moved. It's Maldonado's job here. I mean, he's a better defensive catcher than he is all-around hitter. Actually won the Gold Glove in 2017 for the Angels. So,
Anyway,
it is
1-1.
unbelievable how close Anthony Rizzo is right now.
Yeah, he's shown this before, and he absolutely is not coming straight, going across, trying to take that bunt to the pitcher. And, if you can cut that off and give LeMahieu plenty enough time to get back, you can still make that play at third base. It's a tough read for LeMahieu, whether he needs to come in
And foul ball, 1-2.
whether he can field the ball.
Maldonado swinging there. I mean, there's no fear there from Rizzo either. He's standing basically 40 feet away from Maldonado swinging there. Maybe closer.
Yeah, that's not his first time that he's done this. We've seen it a lot.
Yeah.
And it actually puts pressure on the hitter also. even bunting to properly get it down the third base line to make DJ LeMahieu field it. But now you've made him swing. Now you're in a position where somebody can get a strikeout.
Line to second. And he dove back.
You can't explain how hard this is for Myers. Watch him just freeze. It's so easy as a runner, as soon as this ball's hit, to cross over and then freeze. We're going to make another play. Really good job by Myers to freeze on the line drive and get back. Here is Altuve, struck out the first. First base is open, one out.
All right, so far 1 out.
How careful are you with Altuve here if you're separating a ball?
There comes Altuve.
The first time, so you try to make your pitches early. Who coming into the game is a 215 hitter, so you got to make your pitches early in the count or go on to the next. That's low, 1-0. Altuve is such a good fastball hitter, first pitch fastball hitter that you really got to be careful, even trying to make your perfect pitch, because he can cover. We talked about last time up, and his foot actually hits the line of the batter's box, so he is right on top of the plate when he strides into the baseball.
1-0. Right center field caught. Gallo with the catch from with Altuve flying out. Much needed.
He gets away with this because the velocity of this fastball is called beats Altuve a little bit, enough to get in a little bit towards the handle where he can't drive the ball into the gap. Good jump by Gallo. Big out for Sevy.
Much needed out. 2 outs now. Here comes Diaz, who had a single earlier. Diaz.
So Reno trying to work around the leadoff double. Diaz was looking at the rosin bag, and sometimes that can really get your point of view as a hitter. It's got to be behind the mound where it doesn't affect where you're looking. Any kind of little obstacle, right? I tell you, every once in a while, even a moth or a bug will fly, and it just takes your concentration away. It's just like, how dare you? This is buy it back. Get out of the way.
Well, it's like sitting over a chip, right? And all of a sudden that fly starts buzzing.
Yes.
Anyway, 1-0.
Now you're shaking it into the bunker.
Done that many times.
That one is low. 2-0. The very dangerous Kyle Tucker is on deck, who tags Severino with that 3-run homer. The difference. And Sevy start against the Astros in the Bronx.
2-0.
Now 3-0 on Diaz.
Yeah, this is really where you want things to happen. Like we talked about Diaz coming in, hitting 215. You've got Tucker, one of the better hitters in their lineup on deck. But you really can't pitch around if you walk Diaz. So you'd like to see Sevy.
Anyway, 3-0.
Make Diaz beat you. There's one.
Call strike, 3-1.
Severino going to step off.
All right, 3-1. Yeah,
3-1. And he walks.
3-1, and a walk the first.
So you can call Sevy as he loses Diaz, and now will have to face Tucker with first and second.
Here comes Tucker.
Was the homer at the stadium.
We've said it many times, Ryan. Pitchers don't forget that was an inside fastball. A lot of times pitchers won't go back to a pitch that they've been beat on, especially recently in his last start. We'd see that if he uses the fastball to use it on the outer half and possibly use that cut fastball inside in the spec against Tucker.
Matt Blake having an extended conversation here with Severino. You see the wins above replacement leaders in the American League. Tucker right there with Aaron Judge. That's how good he has been. This copyright telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. So we saw Garcia have to wiggle out of a jam.
2 outs, 0-0.
In the bottom of the third. First and second, 2 out. The number 3 hitter Tucker up. Flew out to center, deep left center his first time up. And a good, well executed
Call strike, 0-1.
fastball for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, good start to this sequence here with that fastball away, and now you can use that cut fastball in. If he wants to look inside, you can bore that fastball in on his hand, something you can't do much with as a left-handed hitter.
0-1.
The 0-1. Foul away on a
Foul ball, 1-2-0-2.
Well, all of a sudden, Ryan, you've made 2 perfect pitches with the fastball away and then the slider down and in. So, anything you want to do. He hasn't gone to the changeup in this count. Waste that fastball up and away outside the strike zone. Anything to try to get a swing and a miss and not give him something to hit here.
The 0-2.
1-2 then.
Inside, 1-2.
I always love what David Cohn says when he talks about pitching. Hey, you're a fastball hitter inside. Well, hit this one, and it's got to be a miss. It's got to be a miss in off the plate. And David Cohn was so good at that, at pitching to a strength of a hitter, but make it a weakness by making him swing a bad pitch.
1-2.
Slider down.
Low down.
2-2.
2-2.
Right, you would have to think that Sevy's, the wheels are turning. All right, now the count is back 2-2. But I haven't used my changeup yet in this sequence, so you would have to think that's kind of in the back of his mind.
2-2.
Low ball.
3-2. It was indeed that changeup, and the count is now full. Bring it up there.
Well, we broke down every pitch here, right? And all bets are off now. That was full count. Now what do I do?
Man, where are you going now, Paul?
I'm going back to pitch 1. There's that fastball down and away, and I hope I get the call from home plate umpire Brian Knight.
3-2.
3-2, 2 outs. Severino sets and deals. Lifted foul down the left.
Foul ball there, 3-2.
Do it again. Cutter that time for 7.
See why they struck out so much, Brian? Looking for the fastball away. I got the cutter. See that?
I think you can cover the cutter if you're looking fastball. No, you can.
At least they kept it outside. If it would have been on my knuckles, I'd have broke my bat. I know that.
Well, the sun is peeked through the glass wall and left, so maybe a little shading now for Tucker to deal with. 3-2 pitch. Out of the way again. That time over the 4-seamer, 98 from Severino.
Yeah, and that was a miss right there. And again, so he gets away with things because they are 98. That ball's supposed to be down and away. Ends up middle in, and that's the pitch that Tucker is.
All right, 3-2.
When it's 98, sometimes you just don't square it up.
Another 3-2.
Pitch here.
And another
Pop up behind.
Off the left side. As Tucker really battling Severino. Huge spot early in this game. One game between the Yankees and the Astros. Ninth pitch of the at-bat upcoming. All right, I'm going back to pitch 5 here, Ryan, and that's a changeup. Okay, we'll roll the dice. We'll roll the dice on that one. All right. See where Severino goes. Another 3-2.
And a walk to first. Crap.
Really good at bat by Tucker, but he was down 0-2, and then said he made 2 pitches that really weren't anything that he was going to go after, and that got him back into the count. And now you're facing Bregman with bases loaded. Bregman grounded out to second his first time up.
Bases loaded.
2 for 12 in his career against Severino. Bases loaded, 2 out, no score, bottom of the 3rd. Breaking ball drops in
All
there on the
0-1.
outside corner, 0-1. Strong numbers in his career with the bases loaded for Bregman.
To left field. And he scores. 2 runs. And they score. Single to left field. And the Astros score 2-0.
Now Severino trying to keep it right here with the dangerous Gurriel. The Astros strike first on the 2-out, 2-run double from Alex Bregman. And the back-to-back walks from Severino, burning him here in the 3rd. It looks like he's had a tough time, too, with pitch count. I don't know if it's the selection call or hearing. He's got his glove up against his hat. It's taken a while, and now it's going to step off again. Yeah, this inning, if you break it down, if it's not them, I mean, the changeup got hit.
And he throws it in time. And that wraps up the inning.
Had just started to play with his pitch count, and Tucker, with Severino not paying attention, decided to come home, but he is got down at the plate. And the inning is over. Severino escapes further damage in unconventional fashion.
Well, end of the 3rd inning, top of the 4th. Astros up by 2.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. One in 3 adults has prediabetes. And you could be one of them. There are usually no signs for prediabetes. So it's important to understand your risk. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Get a close-up look at top prospects from the Yankees minor league teams. Watch Homegrown, The Path to Pinstripes, all season on Yes and the Yes app, presented by Wendy's. NYCFC will be locked in and on the attack at Yankee Stadium Sunday. Tati Castellanos is ready to strike. This is a goal. As the Poison Blue shoot for 3 points against Atlanta United FC. Coverage presented by Duke Wipes. Start Sunday at 5 on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. The Audi Electric Moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today. Well, Paul, it was certainly electric. I really don't know what to say, but Ryan, we almost saw history. We almost saw the first steal of a home due to pitch count. It was a little high, but I tell you what, if you hurry out at the plate, you're thinking, this is
All right, 0-1.
chance here, but Tucker just took off. Sevy, Trevino, obviously, kind of blocking the plate there, not allowing Tucker's hand to get in there, and a huge break for the Yankees.
0-1.
To keep the runs at 2. Paul, you are so right. If
0-2.
he doesn't block the plate the way that he did, Tucker gets his hand in there before Trevino can get the glove on him. That's an outstanding play for Severino to react as quickly as he did while dealing with pitch count, and then Trevino to make the tag and the block.
High ball.
Sevy took his time, but he threw the ball a little high, which didn't give Trevino a lot of time. And he kind of snuck that shin guard across the plate and kept Tucker's hand from getting in there. But again, with bases loaded, 2 outs, if you're Gurriel at the plate, you're thinking, you got to be kidding me. Just give me a
Foul
shot.
2.
Yeah.
1-2.
We told you before, Tucker has 14 stolen bases this season. Have been caught just once. Now has been caught twice.
1-2. Low ball there.
Nice angles from Stanton. 2-2. Take another look at the
2-2.
blocking of the plate from Trevino, Paul. Yeah, again, he hadn't received the ball. As soon as he did, that knee goes down, and he kind of pushes Tucker out of the way, but his shin guard kept that hand, actually pinned it right there. Not a dirty play, just a smart play. Well,
And it's a out to the shortstop. Right into his hands.
I'll tell you, some people just hit the ball harder. Stanton is one of them. If he's not the hardest in baseball, I mean, this is an absolute rocket. Dubon, again, not even having to move. Paul, that was hit 160
There's Donaldson.
miles per hour. Yeah, I knew it was up there. Oof. Here is Donaldson. Ball 1.
1-1.
You know what's unfair about baseball, Mike, or Michael? Yeah, I'm doing getting the Michael tonight, right? Hey, you know what? You know, right? You got a lot of years of Michael on here. Understandably so. You're telling me. That counts 116 mile an hour line drive in the books. Yeah. Counts exactly.
And it's a
It
2-0.
counts as the same. You did nothing wrong. You did everything perfect. You got nothing for it. A 770 expected batting average on that ball. Yeah, take my chances, right? Yeah. Now you're interesting.
And foul tip. 2-1.
So you hit a ball as hard as Stanton just did. Do you come back to the dugout with positive feelings of like, all right, I was on it, or are you just straight mad because that should be a hit? I might have just chapped. Does that mean anything to you? Yeah, you come back to the dugout chapped. And you know, he used to meet me at the step every single time with Don Zimmer. And he'd crack a little smile. Oh, man. Because he knew it's just like, you want results as a hitter. You don't want to hear how good you hit it, how pretty your swing was. You want results. You want to run the bases. You want to score a run. You might be the guy I pick last to say, hey, you were on him as you walk back to the dugout.
Donaldson.
Fly ball to routine right center.
And it's right center. Caught.
Tucker, 2 down. A Sunday on ES. NYCFC off an exciting game yesterday. Takes the pitch at Yankee Stadium. for a matchup with Atlanta United. Coverage presented by Dude Wipes begins at 5 on ES and streaming on the SF, New York's most watched sports network, and your home for NYCFC and the first place New York Yankees. Paul, I just want to take a moment and
Labor Torres coming up.
To the Lopera family. Freddie Lopera was a season ticket holder for NYCFC. Worked in the building I live in. Just a wonderful, positive spirit who tragically lost his life this past weekend. And always talked to me about NYCFC, a diehard fan. And just a wonderful man. Somebody who every day you saw him just would put a smile on your face. And he is just so sorely missed by everybody in our building. And I know everyone in his community. And so to the Lopera family, just sending you love at this.
Bounce to the ground, 1-1.
And I know whenever I watch NYCFC, I will certainly be thinking of Freddie. Well said. So Garcia gets the first 2 outs now, facing Labor Torres. And Torres, he's going to find a hole.
Torres singles to.
So Stanton hits one 116.
And he'll single it. Labor Torres.
Trickles one into right field against the shift. It says, yeah,
single to right. Second hit for the Yankees.
Nobody home on the right side. Again, to say that, hitters cannot hit against the shift. And this ball just cued off the end of the bat. That actually wrings your hands a little bit. Oh, it's around first base though, right?
So you're feeling better going to the dugout after that than the line drive out.
Here comes Trevino.
Much better. It looks much better in the box score. I'll tell you that right now.
Check on Torres.
Pick off attempt at first, doesn't work.
Torres dancing off first. And a check over there.
Nope.
From Garcia. Swing and a miss on the 1. Torres with 4 stolen bases this season in 6 attempts.
Oh, 1.
Pitch count up to 77 for Garcia, who, as you said, Paul, not long for this game.
1-1.
Well, he's made big pitches when he has had to this point. I mean, the Yankees have had a couple of opportunities, but he really hadn't got away from what he's done all year. Fastball cutter, every once in a while, change up.
Pick off attempt at first, no will.
In the big outs, he's hit the ball in the ballpark. And kept it from hitting it hard.
Ground out. First got him. And that'll wrap up the inning. Bottom of the 4th coming up.
Dear road rivals, you may have 4 wheels, headlights, and a similar build, but our resemblance ends right there. You see, the Camry's been named best-selling car in America. But cheer up, wannabe twinsies. If you tried harder, maybe you can catch up. Later, Toyota. Get 1.75% APR financing for 48 months on the fuel-efficient RAV4 or RAV4 hybrid. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
This 4th of July, brighten your home with HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Paints and Cabot Exterior Stains. Get $10 off 1-gallon cans or $40 off 5-gallon pails just in time for the season.
Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. If I had a day that I could give you, I give to you a day just like today.
2 Major League players, 2 new DQ meals. You voted for the winner.
Happy has never tasted so good. With only one new DQ burger and Blizzard meal can win. Here we go. Let's go. Yes, I knew it. My taste buds knew it. Congrats, man. You earned it.
Visit your local DQ today and try the official combo meal of MLB.
Here are the latest run totals for FanDuel Sportsbook. Right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to start making every moment more. Ryan Rugo, Paul O'Neill, Meredith Varakovitz with you. On the Audi scoreboard, Astros 2, Yankees nothing. Appreciate you hanging out with us for this early start time. In Houston, a one-game set before the Yankees head to Cleveland for the second of 4 cities in this 10-game, 11-day road trip, longest of the season. I think Severino's having an issue with pitch comp again. And now Cleveland gets another out. Yeah. No runner at third to try and attempt to steal home. And Torres is trying to see if his is working. Are they going to switch? All right, they're going to switch. Oh, now Glaber says, wait, can I get a new one? Because this one doesn't work. Yeah.
An interesting question. Maybe Meredith will know this. I mean, do they have boxes of these things? How many do they have? A whole boatload of them?
Paul, I don't know exactly how many they have, but you imagine that there are quite a few considering things like this can happen. But I did find out the other day, we know that you can program any language, any voice, but they prefer to stick with the kind of robotic voice because it's the easiest to hear when the crowd gets loud.
Gurriel chops it at third. LeMahieu
Caught.
able to get to the hop.
Gonna get one down. Round out.
That's something we're gonna have to find out for tomorrow, right? How many spare pitch comps are at the road?
Well, Ryan and Paul, the good news is tomorrow I will be speaking to Matt Blake, the pitching coach. I have a feeling he knows something about it for the Amazon Prime pregame show. So that's question number 1 for him.
All right,
Question number 1.
Nice. Very good.
That's versatile.
That you said that you could specifically pick voices. Could you imagine, like, hearing your father's voice in your ear? Throw a strike now.
It wouldn't help.
In fact, it would help.
1-0.
I don't know. It definitely gets your attention, other than the robotic one.
Call.
Do you
1-1.
have someone you choose, Paul? Is there a soothing tone you want in your ear on the mound?
Joe Torre always had kind of that fatherly voice that, it meant something when he said something. So I think Joe
Foul ball,
Torre
1-2.
would be good in your ear when you needed some advice.
Meredith, you have one who you would choose in your ear?
I don't know what I think of both things. James Earl Jones, wouldn't that be ridiculous to have his voice in your ear?
That's Darth Vader in your ear. I'll take you. Great call. Grounded right back to Severino.
Ground the ball, and that's a ground out to first.
Sevy just gets Manichevic
Ground out this first again.
by half a step. He was hustling down the line, and this was close. And Severino says, I'm okay. And sends the Yankees training staff back to the dugout.
You talk about not panicking. He didn't panic to the ball foul play. They didn't panic here, but he almost loses the runner. There's got a lot to get over there.
Here's Dubon taking strike one. Severino looking to bounce back
Right.
after a 27-pitch third. And yeah, it turned out to be close. And then Sevy said, no, I'm good. Stay up for that.
Well, 2.
Sharp slider on 2.
Another ground out to first. And that'll wrap up the inning. Top of the 5th coming up. Yankees will bat down by 2. Still down by 2.
We were created for officers.
Cool.
But as we've evolved with the military, we grow to serve all who honorably serve. No matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp or a petty officer from 73. And even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably serve and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join. With technology that can scale across all your clouds, it's easier to do more innovative things.
You're probably thinking that these two are in some sort of lover's quarrel.
Well, they're not. She's redeeming rewards for matching jerseys. Twinsies!
Digital is so impressive, you just can't stop thinking. What would you like the power to do? Add drama to every drive. The exhilarating Audi SUV family. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
There you go.
Hey everybody, Bob Lawrence with your Audi update. The Cleveland Guardians are next for the Yankees. At bottom of the ninth today, game tied at 3 against the Twins. Andres Jimenez drills the walk-off homer to have the Guardians win at 5-3. They won 3 of the 5 games in this series. First one walk-off home run for Jimenez. Guys, back to you.
Well, Bob, we will see the Guardians tomorrow. First 3 between the Yankees and Cleveland. You see Ohtani, how just absurd he's been of late, last 4 starts. And the Red Sox, 20-6 in June. And yet, Paul, they have lost a game and a half in the division to the Yankees, who are 20 total and 5 in the month.
Yeah, there has been no June smoke
Called
in New York
a 1.
City, New York, or the Red Sox. I tell you, both teams playing well, but the Yankees have played well all year, where the Red Sox got off to a horrible start.
Top of the 5th, 8-9-1 for the Yankees.
IKF gonna throw, and he gets the first out. Ground out.
Well, Rickman's always been known to have a good glove. You know, he's not a very tall guy, so he's down low. Nice play. He's kind of changed.
Who is 3 for his last 44, 0 for his last 24. He walked his first time up in the 3rd.
And Ryan, the answer to your question is yes. Do you know you're 0 for 24? Yes. Do you know you're 0 for 24? That's the way it is.
You know, Eric Boone was talking about that yesterday, Paul, and he was saying, you know, the winning, obviously, it helps some. But he said, you know, there's still a personal expectation and a personal pride and the desire to succeed. And
Foul ball.
all of that is obviously hurting Joey Gallo right now, even as the team's winning might soften it a little bit.
But when it does is it keeps the press and everybody off your back. But what it does also is when you look in the mirror, you want to be part of the excitement. You want to feel good about yourself as you're helping a team win. And, you know, when you're Joey Gallo and you look at the numbers, and I've said it many times, those numbers, your batting average, your home runs, and your RBIs, that's like your self-worth as a baseball player. And when you look up at numbers like that,
And he struck him out.
as we speak, it just does not sit well.
Gallo now over his last 25, and he has 14 strikeouts during that over 25.
Above the bottom of the strike zone, but again, I mean, you just get caught in between mentally. You just freeze yourself. You're trying so hard. You're working on different things at the plate to change. You see Joey Gallo all the time, like stretching and manipulating things instead of working on a swing or something that you can visualize. And if you can visualize good things, then a lot of things will take care of themselves. But when you got other things going on, you can tell as a player. There's so many things going on in his head right now that, hitting becomes very complicated.
Here's LeMahieu, and 1-1 on LeMahieu. DJ has
1-1.
one of the Yankees' 2 hits thus far. The other was a 66-mile-an-hour ground ball through the right side for Gleyber Torres. By the way, Paul, in case you were wondering, as we talked about the contrast, the Stanton line out at 116 and the Torres ground ball single, the expected batting average on the Torres ground ball was 0.80.
Well, before the shift in baseball,
Only 2-1.
because the second baseman would have been standing there.
That's true. 3-1 now on LeMahieu.
3-1.
It's big, of course, because Aaron Judge lurks on deck.
Got him, 3-2.
The count is full on LeMahieu.
And what you said, Ryan, had a lot to do with why DJ LeMahieu took that 3-1 pitch right there. If you can get a walk, Aaron Judge coming to the plate as a tying run, it's just knowing baseball and not being afraid to hit with 2 strikes.
LeMahieu cuts and misses. Strongest inning of the evening for Garcia. We go to the bottom of the 5th.
And bottom of the 5th coming out.
It's your heads up. It's your backup. It's your forward-thinking, never blinking, always at the ready step up. The Hyundai Sonata. It's your journey home. Lease a 2022 Hyundai Sonata for $229 a month with new inventory arriving daily. Hurry in.
There's really only one number that matters in sports. The number 1. That's why FanDuel built the #1 rated sportsbook app with the most popular parlays and faster payouts. Winning sitting in your bank account in as little as 2 hours. So if you want the best, get the best. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers get $1,000 no sweat first bet. Get up to $1,000 in free bets if your first bet doesn't move. This summer, be sure to celebrate the stars and stripes. But don't forget about the circles and plaid. And whatever shape this is, it's summer savings worth celebrating. Feels like 4th of July at the Home Depot.
Fans, and as you know, many Friday night Yankees games are exclusively on Prime Video. You can watch Prime Video on your computer, smartphone, tablet, and through other streaming devices connected to your TV. Just download the Prime Video app and log in or sign up for membership. For more details on how to get the Yankees on Prime Video, scan the QR code on the screen or go to yesnetwork.com. The next Prime Video game is
all right. Bottom of the fifth now.
all set up to watch. Luis Severino back to work after an 8-pitch fourth. And the first pitch.
Fly ball to center field. Caught. Judge with the catch.
Remember last year when they put Aaron Judge in center field and you're thinking, is this going to work? And all of a sudden, Aaron Judge is a good center fielder. And he moves well. He takes great routes on the baseball. It's not that easy to be his size and move from right field to center field and be able to run him down and glide into him like it's nothing.
I've talked to him quite a few times about playing center field. And even last year, right away, he's like, I prefer center field. I love center field. I've always been a center fielder. But he said,
Caught.
one of the reasons that he really enjoys it, I had this conversation
1-0.
a few weeks ago, said, first of all, just seeing where the catcher sets up so easily with each pitch and having an idea. And then said you just pick it up off the bat a split second sooner.
Called again.
And that just allows for a quicker jump and a truer read. So those are some of the reasons why he enjoys being out there.
Right, you pick up the ball better. I mean, your view is better. You're right about that. And another thing that happens in center field is you don't get
Left side, caught again. Like Stanton. Two outs already.
Unless they really square it up and it kind of knuckles at you, most of the time it's kind of a true read. You're exactly right.
Maldonado retired, so 2 down, and here's Altuve.
Altuve coming on.
Severino was going to pitch around and lead off double in the third after he got Maldonado to line out and then Altuve to line out. Back-to-back walks from Diaz and Tucker, and then a 2-run double for Bregman. Those are the 2 runs in this game. Severino's pitch count very manageable right now at 70. As Altuve fouls it away.
Draw ball, 0-1.
Well, I was going to say, you got to watch this first pitch because Altuve is over 2. And again, Sevy will get away with once in a while missing a spot because of his velocity. A good swing there by Altuve.
The 0-1.
Ground ball, and that'll wrap up the inning.
And another efficient inning from Severino. We go to 6. Astros 2, Yankees nothing.
Ukraine remains under attack. Millions of people have fled, creating the fastest growing refugee crisis in modern history. Children and families are seeking safety. AmeriCares is responding with critical medicine and supplies, and we're working alongside local partners to get aid where it's most needed. For more than 40 years, AmeriCares has met health needs after natural disasters and humanitarian crises. We know health is essential for everyone's future. Now AmeriCares is protecting the health of children and adults caught in this terrible crisis. In Ukraine and in the surrounding countries, there is a critical need for medicines, medical supplies, and ongoing health care. So let's work together. Together, we can improve health. Together, we can save lives. Learn how at americares.org/help Ukraine.
Join me for a brand new series, Well Life NYC. I'm so excited to get into this. Let's get well, New York. Feel good. Feel set up for success. Well Life NYC, now on the X app.
The Yankees are the best team on the planet. And playing at a historically pace.
The Bronx Bombers are flexing.
Yankees, Guardians. Coverage starts Saturday at 5. Only on Yes, New York's most watched sports network. Let's take a look at the Bounty quick stats. How about this? The Astros have trailed against the Yankees in only 2 of 42 innings over these 5 games. Of course, just at the end of the 2 walk-offs from Aaron Judge. That's it. And Well, you want to go back even further? The Astros have not taken an at-bat when trailing since June 18th against the White Sox in the bottom of the third.
Pitch here. Swing and a miss.
Big hack from Judge over 1.
You know, if you watched a lot of games recently with the Yankees, you know, the Houston Astros are one of the few teams that seem like they deserve to be on the same field. I mean, the Yankees just outplay everybody. But, you know, the Astros, you look forward to these games because, you know, they're two of the best teams in baseball.
0-2.
Action in the Astros bench. Stanek getting loose. The only two Yankee teams in history who have been 36 games over 500 through 76 games before this year's team, 28 and 98 Yanks. Both went on to win the World Series.
1-2.
Paul obviously is very familiar with one of those teams.
That 98 team was pretty good, right? Yeah. As I look back, by far the best team that I was fortunate enough to play with. Just everybody was healthy. Everybody had good years.
Well, you were part of a dynastic group that won 4 championships in 5 years. But was there something about that team? Was there something you could feel on a day-to-day basis about that team that made it so unique and so special?
Well, I just remember getting off the bus in the city expecting to win 3 games out of 3 games. It wasn't, let's go win 2 out of 3. It was just, you expected to win. And like I said, there were no major injuries. Usually you have guys that are having great years.
2-2.
A few guys that are having subpar years. Everybody had a good year that year. And it's just when you add it all together, it added up to a lot of wins.
125 once the playoffs were done. Most ever. Now, it's interesting what you say about showing up to a city expecting to win 3 games, because Aaron Judge talked about that yesterday, how it feels like in September they've looked back at opportunities to sweep when they didn't, and lamented that. They said
3-2.
It feels like the group has kind of gotten the idea of like, hey, just because we've taken the first 2 games of the series, don't be satisfied. Like, we need to finish this out, and so far this season they have 9 sweeps now.
Mm-hmm. Well, every game is, kind of a separate entity. And if you win the first 2, and
Pop up again.
The saying, you're playing with house money. Well, you know what? Who's to say next week you don't start losing? You win every single day that you have an opportunity to. And the way these guys are set up, with Judge and Stanton, and they're starting pitching, you have, to this point in the year, an opportunity to win every day because your pitching's been so good. Clay Holmes has been so good at the end of the games, and when you add it all up, you get enough offense, enough long balls, and enough breaks and great pitching to win a lot of games.
Pop up again. 3-2 remains.
Good battle here from Judge to begin the 6th, with Garcia's pitch count creeping up. 9th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Another 3-2.
3-2 here. Swing and a miss. You got him.
After a lot of fastballs and cut fastballs, he went to a changeup and he got that movement down and in under the hands of Aaron Judge. Just a good pitch that he got away with because it's a full count.
Here is Rizzo. Batted with first and second, and 2 outs his last time up back in the 3rd.
Pitch there.
The at-bat eventually struck out. Let's take another look at the changeup ball.
0-1.
Yeah, what I mean by this is, you don't have to throw a perfect changeup on a full count because the hitter's looking so much fastball. Ball was up in the strike zone, but he had a lot of movement in. Aaron Judge was on top of it and out in front.
0-1.
The 0-1. In there, it's
Ball.
2 on Rizzo.
0-2. Rizzo, the right side. It's gone! Rizzo with a single home run. Cuts the deficit to 1. Rizzo coming clutch. Cuts the deficit to 1 now.
Again, we talked about this ballpark, how it is hitter-friendly. And we also talk about Garcia giving up the home runs. And this is a line drive. It doesn't leave a lot of ballpark, possibly Yankee Stadium. Ball's supposed to be up in the strike zone. He tugs it down, and Rizzo nails it just high enough to get over the right field wall. So Rizzo gives the Yankees their first run and ends the night for Garcia. The Yankees with a major league leading 24 comeback wins thus far this season, and they just started the journey to another.
The great experiences you have in here, and even out here, all started here. Because the best customer experience always leaves a great impression. GMC, awarded #1 in sales satisfaction by J.D. Power. Step up to GMC with 0% financing on these GMC models. We are professional grade GMC.
The COVID-19 vaccine now offers big protection for little New Yorkers as young as 6 months. So now the whole family can be better protected from COVID-19. Talk with your pediatrician about the COVID-19 vaccine. To learn more, visit nyc.gov/vaccine finder or call 877-VAX4-NYC.
Miller Lite has more taste and only 1 more calorie than Michelob Ultra.
Truth is, I've never really known how to care for my hardwood floors. Then I found Swiffer Wedge Wood. These soft, microfiber-like pads absorb dirt and grime deep inside. And it prevents streaks and haze better than my old mom. Wedge Wood. Also, try Sweeper Wood Cloths.
Tonight, the New York Liberty take on the Atlanta Dream, and you can watch the game live on the YES app or on tape delay following Yankees coverage on YES, New York's most watched sports network in your home for the Liberty in the first place New York Yankees. Liberty have been playing very well of late, and the Yankees have awoken here in Houston thanks to Anthony Rizzo with a laser out to right, his 21st home run of the season, and it chases Garcia and sends in Ryan Stanek, who has been fantastic this season. At 0.71 ERA and strike 1.
Called strike 0-1.
You know, right before the home run, we showed Anthony Rizzo choking up on the bat for the 2 strikes. It just goes to show you really don't lose that much power. You do gain a little more control of the bat by choking up with 2 strikes, and it's kind of the old school way of hitting. But Anthony Rizzo shows right there. By choking up on the bat.
Well, ball 1-1.
Did you do it, Paul? I actually taped at the bottom there, so I actually choked up a little anyway, not that far. But again, if you put it on the barrel, it's going to go. And Anthony Rizzo right on top of the plate. Even if he chokes up, it's a short swing right to the baseball.
Up and in on Stanton.
High 1. 2-1.
Saw Dusty Baker come out, bring Stanek in, and just kind of looking over things. 25 years he has managed in the major leagues. Still waiting for his first World Series. His 2 pennants, has lost in the World Series twice. He's only 6 behind Walter Alston. His 10th all-time in winning as a manager. So
3-1.
he's seen a lot of baseball in this day, right?
And he was the perfect fit for this Astros team after what they went through in the aftermath of their cheating scandal. Guided them to the brink of a championship last year. Stanton hits that.
Stanton foul ball.
And it's 3-2. I feel like Dusty Baker must have the highest Q rating among all people involved with baseball. And everybody just raves about Dusty Baker.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of playing it. He was the manager in San Francisco, right, when I got called up. And, had the pleasure of talking to him for many years. Just a likable guy. Again, was a good player, too. Not only a manager, was a good player. Had a good career.
It's here. Stan singles it to right field.
Stan starting to lock it in again, and he gives the Yankees a one-out base run.
Well, you say fighting it off, and you have to against Stanek sometimes. At 99, 100, a hard thrower. They were split-fingered and a slider with it. But they powered on out of the Astros bullpen. Stanton pulled those hands in. Didn't quite get the barrel on him, but he is so strong. He's able to adjust to that and still line it to right field.
Here's Donaldson.
Donaldson, 0-1.
Slider for a strike, 0-1. Stanek gave up the walk-off hit to Judge on Thursday, a week ago today. Strikeouts up, walks down since coming to Houston. I don't think I'll ever look at Stanek and not think of him being the poster child of the
And he struck him out.
Donaldson with reason to be upset after back-to-back strike calls that could have and should have been balls.
Again, if it's 92, 93, you've got a chance. At 100, a little bit off the plate. That's kind of tough to hit.
So Donaldson down looking, and here is Torres.
Torres here.
Three infielders on the left side for Gleyber, and with Gurriel holding on, Stanton a wide open right side of the infield, which is where Gleyber put his 66-mile-an-hour single last time up. They go around. He did 0-1.
0-1.
See Stanek grab that ball as a split finger because it's easy to go to a fastball grip, and that used to drive me crazy as a hitter. I would see that split finger grip in the back of my mind as he get a charge it or not. And then, you can't.
That probably-
That ended the night for Luis Garcia. Stanek in.
All right, 2-1. Had to go do something.
Struck out, and 2-1 here on Torres. And it's 3-1.
3-1.
Trevino on deck. Yankees also have Marwin Gonzalez waiting in the wing should they want to deploy him at some point off the bench. Inside, Torres walks
And I'll walk the first. Man at second and first.
And they go ahead run on base. And Trevino coming up.
Here comes Trevino.
If you look at what Stanek tries to do as a pitcher, he throws so hard that he'll show you a strike as a fastball, and then his slider and his split finger are seldom in the strike zone. But he expects, and he does, get a lot of hitters to leave the strike zone, and it all has to do with his arm speed and the velocity. Eating at the mound. The only out recorded by Stanek came on 2 strikes that one a little closer than the other, but easily could have been called balls on Donaldson. With a single from Stanton, a walk to Torres, and an opportunity here for Trevino to tie this game up with a single. Stanton on second, Torres at first, 2 down. 2-1 Astros to the top of the 6th. Stanek's not a guy that you really want to get behind in the count here, and an opportunity to try to look fastball early in the count.
Here we go.
Put it in play if you're Trevino.
Paul, 0-1.
If you're wondering about the outfield arms, there's opportunities to go. No particularly fantastic arms out there in the Astros outfield. The 0-1 to Trevino. Grounded to second.
Ground out the first. This will wrap up the inning. Bottom of the 6th coming up.
Dear gas prices, Toyota's hybrid lineup says, go take a hike. Because we bring efficiency with power and savings with style. Think you can stand in our way? We got this. Toyota Hybrids.
Get 1.75% APR financing for a full 48 months on the fuel-efficient Highlander or Highlander Hybrid. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
If it's coming between you and a new grill with the words "sub-assembly required," come to Ace, because Ace now offers free assembly and delivery. So get a Traeger wood pellet grill, a Weber gas grill, or a Big Green Egg charcoal grill. You won't find these premium brands in service in a warehouse store, only in your neighborhood Ace. Around the block, with you need in stock, with people who know their grills. Right now, get free assembly and delivery on your new grill. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Yeah.
The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Yankee Stadium. Buy and manage game tickets, unlock offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Oh, how about that? A sombrero, some ice cream. It's all going on here in Houston. Montefiore Einstein scoreboard, and the Astros a 2-1 lead. The hat comes down, during the innings. I guess it could be a problem for those behind her.
Called strike all.
So Severino has really settled down. Just 14 pitches needed for him to get through the fourth and the fifth. And so starts the sixth with his pitch count in really good shape. Diaz took an extra moment there. Playing with his
0-2.
maybe left wrist, perhaps. 0-2 on Diaz. Still kind of shaking out that left arm a little bit. 0-2.
0-2. 1-2.
Let's see, Paul.
1-2.
Yeah, sometimes when you're out front a little bit, you can actually kind of jar your elbow. It looks like he was out in front of that pitch, and it is painful. You know, you're fooled, and you just, there's nothing to stop that bat, and you just kind of hyperextend your elbow a little bit.
Strike three, down.
And he got him out.
91-mile-an-hour cutter, and Diaz.
Severino with the strikeout.
This is the front door right at his hip, but over the inside corner. Most of the cutters he uses to right-handed hitters are off the plate away. So that really frees you as a hitter, coming right at you.
The race warming in the bullpen. Here's Kyle Tucker. So Tucker may be the author of what could turn out to be one of the most consequential plays of this game. After Bregman had hit a 2-run double to put the Astros up 2-0 in the third, it was second and third, 2-out Gurriel. Tucker tried to steal home. Severino was messing with his pitch count. Time had not been called, and Tucker took off. Severino reacted quickly enough, and Trevino made an outstanding play, blocking the plate and laying down the tag to thwart the attempt from Tucker and end the threat for the Astros. Went down on a knee to miss that one 1-2.
That's what you're talking about, Ryan. I mean, this kind of decision, like, once you get there too far, you're out. But the end of this story, right, is bases loaded. I don't know that I've ever seen, since I've been in baseball, somebody trying to steal home with bases loaded.
Tucker disguised that down the left.
Still a foul ball. 1-2.
Yeah, second and third ball, but the point remains the same, right? You have Gurriel there up with 2 ducks on the pond. Tucker takes off. 1-2 here on Tucker. And time is called. Well, you can tell the at-bats really slowed down for Severino against Tucker. That big home run that he hit in the Bronx. Strike 3. No great pitch.
Got him there. 2 outs.
Absolutely.
You got him.
Up right here, man.
We overpaid him, fucking Mac. I'm fucking tight. We could overpay for him. He's a good player, but we shouldn't have paid him all that fucking money. That's my thoughts about Jalen Brunson. Great player, but not worth all that money. I was pissed off we paid him all that money.
Bregman hit a changeup off the top of the wall and left to score the 2 Astros runs. It was probably about a foot away from a grand slam.
Yeah, that's a 2-1.
85 pitches for Severino, who after a 27-pitch third has really sharpened. Has retired every Astro since. The 2-1.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
He hits 2-2. Other than the third inning, what Sevy has done really well is, up, down, low and away, up and in. I mean, he's used the whole strike zone. And, a lot of times pitchers will fall in love with the down and away fastball and, the slider off the plate. But he's really used the box you were talking about.
Going deep. And it's a fly ball out.
1, 2, 3, 6 innings. Severino's retired. 9 in a row. We go to the 7th.
Top of the 7th now. Still down by 1.
Introducing the all-new Honda HR-V. With impressive sporty style, inside and out. From the brand owners are calling most fun to drive. Honda, the power of dreams.
It's still an E-Fresh refresh, and now Subway's refreshing their classics, like the sweet onion teriyaki sauce topped on tender shaved steak. That's the real slam dunk, right, Derek?
Wrong sport channel.
Just hold us up, man. Subway keeps refreshing and refreshing and refreshing.
Is that Friday? I need to know. I'll get some cold butter, some cabbage supplies. 'Cause Friday's coming up, the 12th and 13th of July, baby. The best coverage in the game. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam.
Go. Top of the 7th right now.
Well, he's had his good stuff other than the third inning where he walked a couple people. He has been dominant. Good fastball, good cutter, and a good slider. And again, using a lot of the strike zone to shut down the Astros to this point. Only down a run in the Yankees' chance. So a conversation there with Aaron Boone. That is looking like someone who's day is done, Paul, with just 87 pitches for Severino through those 6 innings.
Yeah, it might have something to do with, the third inning you talked about, the extended third inning, how many pitches he threw there. But, I wouldn't be surprised if he went back out, but I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron Wood took him out also. But again, another great performance for Severino.
Here is Hector Neris.
Called strike 01. IKF. Top of the 7th. IKF. Grounds up the first.
3 ground ball outs for IKF, all on the second pitch of the at-bat today. And Rob Marinaccio up in the Yankee pen. He has been fantastic lately. Last 11 games, he's allowed just 1 hit over 13 and a third innings. Here's Gallo. Yankees would love to see him regress to the mean over the right field fence right now. 1-0 on Joey Gallo. He is 0 for his last 25. 14 of those 25 outs have come via strikeout.
Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Cues it to third.
And it's another ground out to first.
And he is retired.
So he's got so much going on at the plate other than, watching the pitcher of the ball. It looks like he was almost rushed, almost a quick pitch that was not. Again, you're the whole left side, right? You said it, anywhere else. It's a hit, but this ball just cued off the end of the bat.
You know what's interesting, Paul? You say that. It almost felt at times during that at-bat like Gallo was anticipating the gyrations of Garcia on the mound and the timing of that delivery rather than what he was getting with Neris.
Well, that's a good point. You can just tell there's just so much going on. Everything is fast, everything is sped up, and it's just like you're forcing it. And it's so easy to say, let the game slow down, let it come to you. But, when you're 0 for 26 now, your mind won't let you.
LeMahieu chases, and it's 0-2.
0-2 for LeMahieu.
Who pitched the 8th inning of the combined no-hitter against the Yankees. To Al Novian, 0-2 pitch.
0-2. Swing and a miss. That wraps up that part of the inning. Bottom of the 7th now. That inning was quick.
Like beer, should it taste like water? Miller Lite has more taste and only 96 calories. It's Miller time.
Have heart failure and still experience unresolved symptoms? Heart failure and seemingly unrelated symptoms like carpal tunnel syndrome, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, and lower back pain could mean something more serious called ATTR-CM, a rare underdiagnosed disease that worsens over time. So it's important to recognize the signs. Sound like you? Call your cardiologist and ask about ATTR-CM.
Google Pixel 6. What if your phone didn't just take epic photos? What if it fixed them too? The amazing Magic Eraser on Google Pixel 6.
I'm a fancy exercise bike dude. empty in Detroit.
And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, you could be working this out yourself. So get off, Steve.
It's your Ford Studio Update. Bob and Jack with you. Luis Severino pitching well. Yanks got to get something going with the bats, though.
Yeah, they're the best team in the majors at coming from behind and snatching wins, Bob. They have 24 of those. They've got 6 outs left to try and get number 25. And you're right, it's been an absence of offense tonight. Other than Rizzo's home run, a really quiet offense against that Astros pitching. Severino did his job. Can the Yankee bats do theirs?
Jack, Cameron, Maven, and I look forward to seeing you on the postgame guys back here.
And we're back here in the game 3. Brought to you by Cadillac. The big 2-run double by Bregman. It's the Yankees down 1 on the bottom of the 7th here.
And a new pitcher for the Yankees after 6 strong innings from Luis Severino. Giving up just 3 hits and 2 runs. It is Ron Marinaccio who will come in to face the Astros with this crowd singing Deep in the Heart of Texas. And, you know, we are in Houston after all. You might as well rock an astronaut helmet.
Oh, the old Astrodome. That was not a fun trip, right?
Marinaccio's numbers strong, and as we mentioned, of late, getting stronger.
All right, here comes Ron Marinaccio for the Yankees. Bottom of the 7th right now.
Has walked 7 during that time, but struck out 15.
Outside.
Starts off Gurriel for the ball.
Right, in my old Cincinnati days, a trip to the Houston Astrodome could mean Nolan Ryan, Mike Scott, possibly Bob Nepper. They could be an 0 for 12 before you got back on the plane on to the next city.
Is that a good time for a tweet calf?
Yeah. It was a good time.
2-0.
Just hopefully you didn't face those 3.
Tell Lou, hey, I think I might need a day or 2. 2-0 on Gurriel. There's a strike.
Call 2-1.
The 2-1. And it's yanked. 3-1.
3-1. And Gurriel walked his first.
Montero throwing in the Astros pen. We told you the one blemish for Marinaccio during the stretch has been the base on balls, and stays true to that with the walk to Gurriel to lead off the 7th. Radicevich
Swing and a miss.
Really on a changeup 0-1.
From Marinaccio.
If you're Marinaccio, obviously you're looking at the hitter, but you got to remember Gurriel will cheat steal. He's got 3 on the year. Make sure you stop him. 1-run game. Every base matters.
Another good changeup, and it's 0-2.
Good changeup 0-2.
The 0-2. He got him.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Straight changeups. And Radicevich is retired, 1 down.
Every once in a while, when you hang out in the bullpen, you learn from other people. Peralta, he will use that changeup numerous times. The next 3 consecutive good changeups. left-handed hitter. See that circle grip, and you kind of turn it over, and you get that sideways spin that moves away.
Here is Dubon.
Dubon.
Runner goes. Pitch. Diving stop needed. Short IKF. The Razor throw across.
What a play from IKF. Jesus. What a throw by IKF.
Let's see how this inning unfolds, but this could have changed the whole inning. This could have been easily first and third. What an all-out effort right here. And the thing is, he got up quick and made a great throw. Rizzo with a good stretch. See how this plays out, but a huge out for the Yankees. There's some things in slow motion still look hard. You know that, right?
Wow. That is some play from IKF. And with Gurriel on the move, he was scooting to third easily if that gets through, even with the short left field.
There you go. It's right there.
Again, if you watch and if you're going to teach somebody to play first base day in and day out,
there we go.
His footwork on ground balls, on the stretch, on when he needs to stretch, not. He just does everything great footwork-wise at first base.
An outstanding throw from IKF. He needed every bit of that mustard to retire Dubon, and he had it. So 2 out now with a runner in scoring position. Myers takes strike one.
Strike 1, 0-1.
Old school for you, Ryan. A little mustard on that throw. I haven't heard that in years. I haven't heard that in years.
I'll break out that. Maybe ducks on the pond from time to time, you know.
You know why I never hear mustard and ketchup? Because Michael didn't eat it. You don't eat those things.
He stays away from verbalizing and eating all condiments.
0-1.
Absolutely.
Check out Curry.
You got a can of corn in your holster there, too?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Pitch here. 1-1.
It's fun when you have to try to explain that, right? To somebody like, why is that a can of corn?
Mm-hmm. Brings back to the old grocery store, doesn't it? Yeah, knocking it off the top shelf.
You've got it. Yep. Softly into your arms. Just misses inside. There's a lot of activity there. Was
2-1.
Looking at Gurriel at second ball, and even IKF and Torres that's sort of flashing their gloves at Marinaccio just before the delivery.
Gurriel, a good base runner, and obviously a big run here. You want to keep him close as second as you can. He's in motion with 2 outs, obviously. And be careful with Myers, too. He showed earlier in the game. He will take the ball the other way to right center field. So, if you're Marinaccio, you can't fall in love with that slider away.
You think about it, he's hit the ball well 2 times tonight, right? The double right center, and then he lined one deep to right center that Judge had to flag down. The 2-1.
Pitch here.
In there with a change up over the inside corner.
2-2.
Well, it's been his best pitch tonight, that changeup. He has mixed in a slider, but that changeup, he got the strikeout and a good one there for strike 2.
Gurriel leads off second to 2-2.
Got him. Swing and a miss. And that wraps up the inning. Top of the 8th coming up. Yankees still down by 1.
Marinaccio works around the leadoff walk. We go to the 8th. Judge coming up.
Would you give for a child you loved to make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. You see, wishes are so powerful, and you can make them real. They can give a child back their childhood, and change the way they feel. Every single one of us can make the stars align, because when we come together, hope and joy will shine.
Tomorrow on an all-new Homegrown presented by Wendy's. We roll cameras on the AA Somerset Patriots for an inside look at some of the Yankees' top prospects. Plus, pitcher Will Warren breaks down his starts since being brought up to the team. All new tomorrow after the Yankees postgame on Yes, and it's streaming on the Yes app. Tomorrow, after the final out of the Yankees-Guardians game on Prime Video, turn to Yes for complete analysis and player reaction. Tomorrow on Yes and the Yes app. Fans, tomorrow after the Yankees postgame on Yes, watch the latest episode of Homegrown, The Path to Pinstripe, to get a behind-the-scenes look at the Yankees' AA Somerset Patriots, including top prospects like Anthony Volpe, Luis Medina, and many more. Watch Homegrown presented by Wendy's on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. On the Monday scoreboard, 2-3-0 for the Astros, 1-4-0 for the Yankees. What a surprise, right? More drama between the Yankees and Astros in the tight game as Rafael Montero will be next up out of the Astros pen to face Judge.
Here we go.
Rizzo and Stanton.
Top of the 8th. Montero coming in for the Astros. Here comes Judge.
Judge up for 3, a strikeout and a couple of flyouts. And there is strike 1.
Strike 1.
Here, Judge asking Knight behind the plate. Is this a called strike? It didn't look like, he's kind of underneath with his uppercut. Didn't look like he really went after that pitch.
Bill Miller said that he did. Broken bat, soft roll.
Broken bat one, and it's out.
For the Yankees, 1 run in this game, courtesy of that man, Anthony Rizzo. Statcast 3D, presented by Google Cloud. Here it was, Paul.
Well, 21st of the year, and it was a laser. It was a line drive that just cleared the wall there in right field.
All right, Rizzo with the whole run so far. Can he do it again?
He's trailing 2-1, top of the 8th. Judge retired, and Rizzo takes strike 1.
Paul.
Montero, we've seen him at another hard throw out of the Astros bullpen, forcing and a sinker, both at 96. Threw a slider and a changeup too, but as a hitter, 96-mile-an-hour sinker and four-seamer. You got to tune it up a little bit.
0-2.
0-2.
Montero's done a nice job out of the pen this season for the Astros, the former starter with the Mets. Rizzo chokes up, goes the other way, but
And it's a little bit ground out.
right there. 2 down. So 2, 3, and 4 for the Yankees this inning. And Montero has retired Judge and Rizzo on a couple of ground balls, and now it's left for Stanton.
And I think the Yankees, I mean, they've had so many comeback wins, but if you're Dusty Baker, you're looking at this inning where Aaron Judge and Stanton both hitting in this inning as being the big inning to try to close this game out.
1-0.
Stanton has certainly had the knack for connecting in a big way in big moments over the last few seasons. Good numbers against Montero in his career. That's all a strike. Stanton singled his last time up. Lined out to short at 116 miles an hour the time before that.
Paul.
Strike, and now Stanton's upset, and understandably so. That went down and in.
Yeah, this is a pitch that you just can't get to, especially as a right-handed hitter. Ball down and in, and still sinking. I mean, this is, it looks close on TV, but as a hitter, that's not close, and you can't do anything with it.
So instead of 2-1, it's 1-2. Stanton loops that into
Pops up.
right center, out to Mickey.
And he got it. He couldn't get it. Stanton with a single.
Well, he hit a bullet at the shortstop, and then he gets jammed here, and it loops in. Then he gives the Yankees a base runner. Now, Chile knows that he's the only guy with a plan on this ball, and smartly throws behind Stanton. He catches him turning his head. They get him.
Just gets back inside.
That was weird. All right, let me fix this up.
Santa Fe for $279 a month with new inventory arriving daily. Hurry.
And it's a ground out.
Try Taco Bell's new $2 cheesy double beef burritos.
Travel pillows? We've been wearing them the wrong way.
Shut up. You gotta share with Rizzo.
This is how you should swallow it. I don't come down all the time.
Here's what it's all the way to shoot.
Period.
Did you know you're supposed to twist this piece of
Twist it.
Flamingos are born gray, not pink.
Nature's beautiful.
This is how you do bone and chicken wings.
You twist it, don't shake it. Take that out.
And tomorrow night, the Yankees will be in Cleveland to open up a weekend set with the Guardians, and the game can be seen exclusively on Prime Video. Coverage starts at 6:30 with the pregame. First pitch is scheduled for shortly after 7
There you
o'clock
go.
after the final out. Turn to yes for the Yankees post-game show. 3-game set against the Guardians, who've had some exciting walk-off wins of late. Should be a fun series. Monday scoreboard, and the Astros a 2-1 lead on the Yankees. Looking ahead to the ninth, the Yankees will have Torres, Trevino, and IKF. If anyone gets on,
Albert Abreu coming
of
on.
course, Marwin Gonzalez lurking as well. Abreu has looked good since returning to the Yankees.
Abreu making his return to the
Ryan,
Yankees.
we got homework tonight. I'm gonna tell you what we got to do.
Okay.
So you remember in class when you got in trouble, you had to go home and you had to write 100 times, 500 times. I will not talk in class. That was your punishment.
Right.
So tonight I will call them the Guardians all weekend. We got to write it 100 times because you know darn well it's not going to work.
You know what? I think that's
one.
a great idea to try and make it stick.
Meredith, you check his notes tomorrow. See if he wrote that 100 times.
It's going to be. Barehanded by Glaber.
Caught, singles the right, and it's a 1 out.
Interesting way to go about reporting that out, but Glaber successful in doing so.
Boy, it looks smooth, but it's so easy to move this ball barehanded. The ball actually gets back up on the other way. Makes it look very easy.
Here's Altuve.
Here comes Altuve. 1 out. Bottom of the 8th.
For 3 tonight. And takes a
Ball.
strike. A slider 0-1.
Low 1.
Strike
Call.
2. 0-2 on Altuve.
Well, Ryan, looking to the ninth, to see Presley warming up, you've got to assume that Trevino, you're either going to get Carpenter a shot or Gonzalez a shot. Now, and Aaron Hicks has been used as a pinch runner. Possibly even Gallo. Who knows?
Right. You could potentially use one of them for Trevino and the other for Gallo.
1-2.
Right, you're trying to keep it right here.
Another 1.
That's what the Yankee bench looks like. Hicks out in left field now after pitch running for Sam. To the left side.
Gonna throw.
Scooped up by Rizzo for the out.
And Rizzo gets the out.
From Kiner Falefa, and Rizzo on the backhand for out number 2.
Again, it's a good play to get to, but how quick he got rid of it, knowing he's not going to be able to throw the ball all the way to Rizzo. And he does not short hop it. He leaves it out there where Rizzo can make an adjustment. Altuve gets out of the box and has great speed. I'll tell you what, Kiner Falefa has made a couple plays tonight that have kept the Yankees in this game.
And the improved defense this season for the Yankees has been
Oh,
such
no.
a massive part of their success as a team, and the difference between what we saw last season and seasons prior to this one. Trevino behind
1-1,
the
1-1.
Kyler Falefa at short. The comfort of Torres then
Oh,
over
2-0.
second, bringing Rizzo back at first. Donaldson or LeMahieu playing well at third. What Judge is brought to center. Little upgrades all over the diamond. Make a big difference. 2-1.
2-1.
Again, you look at Rizzo, and it makes it look so easy. Glove is always going the right way in a scoop. Either
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Makes it look so easy. And believe me, it has been years and years of working on that. And even that, with the years of practice, some guys are just better. They just have soft hands. Like I said, watch him play the field. How he does, the PFT, the short throws.
Oh, ball, 3-2.
Always perfect.
Oh, he struck him out?
Strike 3, down looking Abreu.
Well, this is the final inning. Yankees have to do something now. Well, here's the last inning, fellas. Yankees got to do something now. At least a run ties it here before it's extra innings. Last inning, fellas. We got to get a run here to tie it up.
Horsepower turbocharged Kia Forte GT. Finally, reason to wear those aviator sunglasses you've had in the glove compartment all this time. Get 2.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2022 Forte.
We could fly to such great heights. All the places where I go. All the places this world has to show. So let's get lost in the great.
Enjoy free onboard credit, kids sail free, plus flexible booking changes. MSC Cruises, a world of discovery.
A Cadillac is more than a statement. It's a celebration of self-expression and the
There you go.
declaration of your independence.
Top 9.
So choose to be bold and choose to be exactly who you are. Current eligible lessees get this low mileage lease on this 2022 Cadillac XT5 for around $479 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
Fans, stay tuned after the final out for the WB Bay City Yankees post-game. We get highlights, analysis, and complete player reaction from tonight's game against the Astros. Plus, Aaron Boone on the manager's report and a look ahead to the upcoming series in Cleveland. The Yankees have another comeback brewing. They will face Ryan Presley.
Ryan Presley here.
Trailing by 1. It'll be Torres, then Trevino and IKF. This is an incredible note. In his career, Presley with a 7.23 ERA against the Yankees, 3.13 against the rest of the majors. He finished off that combined no-hitter on Saturday. Faces Torres here.
Pitch here.
Swing
and a miss.
And a curveball, 0-1 on Glaber.
Yeah, Presley, the closer, is more of a pitcher. A 94 top-end fastball with a slider and a curve. We saw Stanek and Montero both 98 to 100. So he uses much more of fastball, curveball, slider than just overpowering stuff.
Yankees offense has been held in check tonight. Their only run coming out of Anthony Rizzo.
Top 9.
In the 6th. That's it. That's outside.
Outside there.
Torres.
1-1.
Yankees got to Presley for 4 runs in the first game of their series against the Astros. misses as well. 2-1.
2-1.
It was Aaron Hicks who hit the 3-run homer off of Presley to tie it. Torres takes a fastball right down the middle.
Call strike 2-2.
You see Trevino on deck. So Carpenter kind of pacing the dugout.
Torres here.
Gonzalez without a bat in his hand. So it looks like Aaron Boone is going to stick with Trevino as possibly Glaber gets on base.
The 2-2. Torres
Lines to the right, and it's caught. First out, caught by Gurriel. 2 more to go before the Astros win this. Unless the Yankees get a run here.
Hit it hard to the right side. Gurriel just happened to be standing there. I mean, this is a tough pitch. Ball down and away. Not a lot of guys can do much with this. Just bad luck.
This is very interesting, Paul. It's not going to be Carpenter. It won't be Gonzalez. It will be Trevino. Who obviously has had some big clutch moments this season for the Yankees. He takes strike 1.
Strike 1.
Carpenter's there with the helmet on. And let's see Brian Knight tell the Yankee dugout to calm it down. Lefties have hit much better against Presley this season than righties as well.
No ball there.
No doubt this is going to be something Aaron Boone was asked about on the postgame.
Well, if Carpenter's got a helmet on, you got to figure he
1-1 right now.
For Joey Gallo, I think Hunter Coletta will swing the bat. I think you would use Gonzalez to pinch run.
1-1.
Gets on base.
The 1-1.
Outside 2-1. Right now.
The 2-1.
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Really have Presley out there to this ball outside the strike zone, breaking ball high. Trevino does have a very level swing where you can handle that ball up in the strike zone. That clearly up.
2-2. And he struck him out. One more out should win it for the Astros. Unless they get a home run here. One more.
Well, that's why we're not managers. That was all we already had figured out. Yeah, we had it figured out the other way. But Aaron Boone has pushed a lot of the right buttons this year. So this works out.
He has had the magic touch. Does it work here with Carpenter?
All right.
Astros 2.
Carpenter.
Yankees 1. 2 out.
We need a home run here.
Carpenter, who's been an instant long ball off the bench, can tie it with one swing. Pitch.
Ball.
For a strike. Carpenter, a Texas native. 6 home runs in 45 plate appearances with the Yankees. Trying to keep the Bombers alive. 0-2.
0-2.
Sold out crowd of 40,674 on their feet. The Yankees down to their final strike against the rival Astros. Another nail biter between these two teams. 2 out, nobody on. The 0-2. Swing.
And that's the game. And the Astros win. 2-1 victory. Astros win. Good game.
That's kind of a shame it's only a one-game series here, Brian, because they are entertaining. But the Yankees are going to have to answer the question at some point. Can they beat the Astros? And that's a point for another day. Both teams come into this game as better teams in baseball.
Carpenter to Chase. He's have to watch Presley and the Astros celebrate a 2-1 victory at Minute Maid Park. We'll be back to wrap things up in a moment. Here on ES.
Well, that's your final here. Well, that's your final, fellas. Good game.
Some things just go together, like Saturday mornings and cartoons, sunshine and roses.
That's your official final. All right, I'm gonna wrap this stream up, fellas, a little early. My computer's about to die, so I'll see you guys on Saturday for the for Money in the Bank, and I'll see you on Sunday for the USFL Championships and the Yankees vs. Guardians. YTC out. Good night.